Record on. Let me breathe. Stay. For the sake of learning, we would like you to also share information on what you know or what you would like to know about the benevolent reptilian and how the energy is being played and the current theme of transformation.
You talking about Treb?
We're talking about any reptilian beings that you have connection with.
Well,
Yes?
Treb, the main guide of Rob Gauthier, and Treb's guide is Ardif. And Treb is an extremely benevolent reptilian. And because Ardif came through and told me I was in his oversoul, I must be in Treb's oversoul too. So when I play this Treb mantra that Rob put on the internet, I always feel energy every single time I play it, even though it's only 2 minutes long. Is this Treb's energy I'm feeling?
As part of your soul group, Treb act as a representation, a key of many, that awakening the remembrance within your DNA resonance that has to do with the reptilian energy. So, yes, you share the same soul group, but then you also share another branches and streams of connection with other reptilians' energy. As you recall that you were one of the reptilian as well.
Theta Tauri.
Yes. And for some reason we feel that there's a resonance that has to do with your 700 lifetime in Arcturus as well.
700. Wow.
Exchanging of information. We feel that the reptilians also holds connection with different galaxies and multiverses. So not just this particular space and time that you call universe, but other parallel reality through the black hole of another universe as well. So they're very, 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 very ancient. Very,
That's
very
why
ancient.
Ardif calls the Draco the ancient reptilians also. He says that they're the oldest race that they know of.
Yeah. And that's why they can trigger primal fears within human. They act as that reflection. And for those who is mindful enough not to project the fear back to them, they build healthy connection with the reptilians. And together, mindfully, they can assist in evolving in evolution of consciousness by first not fear the fear itself.
So is there a reason why Nalini's seeing white-tail reptilian around me today? Well, what's up with that?
Nothing can be ground into the logical thinking in this moment of time. But as we say that the ability of shape-shifting that you hold is amplifying, and this doesn't quite mean that you shape-shift physically, but you're shifting in vibration. You are merging with your parallel selves as a reptilian, as part of Zeta, a parent to many hybrid, and as well as an Arcturian. Take this merging of parallel selves, integrating with your current theme of transitioning, whatever fears, whatever doubt, anxieties and worry you are transforming into. You can always obtain information from these races and these resonances to assist you. So, get in tune with the energy center above your crown and heart and imagination and communicate. Get into automatic writing to anchor information for yourself. Have a conversation with yourself as a white reptilian. Have a conversation with yourself as Arcturian. Have a conversation with yourself as daddy or mommy to many hybrid children. Daddy and mommy.
This Theta Tauri, do you know how many lives, how many incarnations I spent?
1,500.
1,500 different lives?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Simultaneously, both, and also you can think of it linearly as well. But 1,500 different facets and fractals that you shared within reptilian resonance. And this can be tuned in because everything occurs simultaneously.
Are these Theta Tauri reptilians more malevolent?
Both. There's one theme that shared within elitism, royal structure, transitioning from old reptilian energy into new reptilian energy. And again, they cannot do this without compassion of the collective consciousness as well. Meaning, if the collective consciousness still feeding fear into them, still playing the victim role, then the transitioning gonna be slower. But if the collective consciousness and individual empowering themselves, so too the elitism and royalty can shift from the extreme into a more balanced co-creation. Because the elitism and the royal structure share both abundance sitting on lack, fears of lack. They are two in their own what you call karmic cycle transformation. So compassion is the key to assist any and others in their path. And it links to the Pleiadian card that you drew. Relationship, compassion, not insisting on anything to turn out or anyone to turn out according to how we perceive as right, but to let them be and mind our own path.
Can I ask a Pleiadian question?
Yes?
One time on the monthly Q&A, I asked Art simply, does my higher self have a message for me or a guide? And a being, a Pleiadian, came through. And his name was Li Toyo, Art said. And this Pleiadian connects with me in my dream state a lot. And I didn't really fully understand the message, but it was really interesting. Because he said that he and I are on the same path, and he connects with me in my dream state a lot. And then he was talking about how I react when I am around a human that I feel fondness for, is how he put it. And he's talking. It had to do with a lack of self-confidence. Can you tell me anything else about this being?
these beings shared with you what they call brotherhood, brother or sisterhood, but it's the same resonance of very much like family. As you transition, as you transform your theme, you assist him in fulfilling his task as your guide as well. And simply, he's here to guide you in each footstep, away from seriousness and into more laughter, into more of who you are. He's here to inspire you, to remind you to allow your expression and action to be representation of your authentic self. To slowly let go of that social construct shell or belief system shell, slowly and slowly and slowly, very much like a little gecko coming out from his shell.
Okay. Wow. Wow,
it's mind-blowing how all these different ET energy are playing, assisting, and also reflecting upon the qualities that no longer serves you, and also the quality that serves you. Like you all discussed today, that everything is simply reflections of consciousness. That's it.
Hybrid children, Ardif had told me that I have 2 hybrid children in this lifetime that have 50% of my DNA, and multiple others that have less than 50%, because the Zetas splice and slice several human DNA with their own.
Yeah.
So like this one has 11% maybe of mine, and like. And he also told me that in my previous 3 lives, human lives, I also had these agreements with the Zetas to be involved in their hybrid program. So I don't know how many children I have from those lives. So it sounds like a lot of children I have.
At this moment, we're receiving number 7, but it could be more. But 7 that has at least 20% to 50% of your DNA. So congratulations, you are part of evolution of human DNA.
And this, I would imagine that this is probably, I have never had any interest at all in having children in this life, human children, and this may be why. This is a win-win situation.
It's a win-win situation. No college funds.
Yeah, it requires no money. They don't have to be exposed to all the negativity on this planet. They get to live in in the ship or a planet where it's
There's also positivity too.
It's a win-win situation for them, for me, for everybody. The Zetas.
You are fulfilling your soul agreement just by simply being here, and don't let the bitterness of life get to you. See bittersweet in both sides of things. And all is impermanent. You, as Randy, is temporarily. Live it with joy. Other than that, you are fulfilling your agreement. No need to complicate it. Live it with joy.
Of those, you said 7? Just how many are boys? How many are girls?
They're mostly androgynous.
Ah.
Because with the hybrid energy, it links to how the older society on Earth used to celebrate 5 genders, because genders are spectrum. Only lately, they've been polarized, either male or female. But part of hybrid energy that's being anchored within solar system, within Gaia, is to break upon polarization, is to integrate polarities in balance. And having endogenous themes within hybrid children is part of the program of integrating both genders and both polarity within one, acting as an example that one encompasses both.
Anything anybody would like to say about my ankle, feet, bone situation?
It has to do with different densities of the fluid that runs through you. Human body is a tube. Different tubes. Blood vessels a tube, bones a tube, lymphatic is a tube. Increase more fluid in your food. Increase more fluidity in your ways of living. Increase more fluidity within your judgment, within your perception. But yes, most importantly, increase more fluidity within your physical body through your food and through your routine and through how you move your body. The body needs to flow. Bones needs to flow. Lymphatic needs to flow. And also, the more you let go of fears and allow yourself to integrate with energy of any places where you are, you increase the flow within your etheric body, which are mental and emotional bodies, as well as your astral body. So there's a physical aspect that you can do to improve the flow, and there's a spiritual aspect that you can do to improve the flow as well. And it has to do with embracing feminine side within you, allowing the feminine side to be part of your expression, to be part of your thinking, perceiving, judging, meaning, spontaneous, shifty, fluidity. Rigidness can be observed within how we judge, within how you perceive. Once you catch yourself that your judgment becoming too rigid, shift. Allow yourself to be flexible. Yes?
Is Nalini getting tired?
She requires more rest nowadays because her body is working hard in flushing out the toxic, flushing out old accumulated energy, so that later she can continue on with her service, being more grounded, being more balanced, and integrating more. But at this moment of time, the body is working hard in flushing out the toxic, along with the DNA upgrading, and she's aware of it. And yes, so if we can allow 10 more minutes for question, and then we can close today. We're feeling the swan totem coming in, and this has to do with Anunnaki, evolving energy of Anunnaki. So let us tune into the Anu guides. Greeting, dear humans, dear children. Thank you for welcoming us in so openly. For some reason, we find ourselves falls into the same category as a reptilian, being judged with fear, being blamed. But all is a lessons of reflection of consciousness. Manipulation, control, suppression, all of these are teachers and lessons for you and for us to harmonize and to discover unlimited power within each of you and within each of us. We learn a lot from human race. We learn a lot from our experiences in Gaia, in solar system. And we learn a lot as well from observing you. So here we express our gratitude for being you and for loving one another, for seeing one another like brothers and sisters, because this warms your heart and we can feel it. So thank you. And know that even though there's a lot of dramas and chaos, and there's temptation to fight, to win the good fight, but the key in this moment of time is to ride your wave, like surfing. Read the current, find your own current, and do that with joy. For joy can be chosen unconditionally, just like love. For you are so powerful, even more powerful than us. We only the planter of the seeds. You are the one who creating your realities. And within you all there are seeds of Elohim, there are seeds of God-like self that you are discovering and integrating. Let us stress again the importance of integration and importance of taking action. Because you are beings of physical reality, and action is the language of physical world. Take action. Make the change. Starting from each of you. Any question?
This is the Anunnaki speaking?
It's Anu, one of Nalini's and Michael's guide. We can be recognized very much like a bird-head being holding a glowing bag of torch, like human purse, so to speak.
Oh, an avian.
Avian part of Anu, yes.
Oh.
Like Coyote.
A cousin. Coyote is another planter of seeds of God consciousness, reflecting curiosity within you. Tehuti acts as very much the same as Hindu God, the God that exists on earth plane within parallel multi-facets of Gaia.
You said you were getting a lot of bad press, like the reptilians? Is that?
A lot of old energy is being recycled within the stories about Anunnaki, misleading information how it comes from Nibiru, amplifying more fear, keeping many people's mind and focus within fear-based stories. But then it's up to all of you to start writing and build new relationship. And we are waiting for that because everything is transitioning. Elitism structure, royal structure, society structure, community structure, everything is shifting. No longer feeding into old story, and it's going to start from people like you who are aware of different choices. We too are waiting for Nalini to paint picture of us, but she then had to go through layers of fears of being judged. There are still many people who like to blame and finger pointing of all Anunnaki is bad, coming here to harm Gaia only. which is understandable. But here you know not to generalize anymore.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of bad press. I agree.
Fear selves.
Almost as much as the reptilians get.
All is very much like movie screen, and most of the time we find laughter in it. And we find even greater joy when each of you empower yourself and build your own authentic connection, whether it's with reptilian, whether it's with us, or whether with any ET races. We get very, very excited when we can pick up in streams of new storytelling that is based on love, based on compassion, based on forgiveness, based on empowerment. No longer playing the victim or the bully role. All being transformed. So thank you. Before we end, we would like to share a little meditation with you to tune into the Elohim code within your DNA. So please breathe. Have both of your hands connected. Breathe into your solar plex. Feel the connection of the thymus in the heart. Breathe in. Chest out. Belly contract. Through the warmth of the solar plex, there's a center within your belly called Hara Center. Very much like a blue bright star of Sirius B. The center of your intuition, the center of beyond intellectual boxes. Tune into your DNA, feeling the golden and silver thread sparkling, dancing together. Elohim, oh. Allowing these DNA codes to assist you in purging and releasing any fear traps, any old accumulated energy from multi-lifetime, multi-dimensional facets of the soul. Masia nasia in this space, have a chat through the state of your higher self with the interaction of DNA of Elohim and Anunnaki and all within you. Remind yourselves of how powerful you are, that you already being decoded, encoded with any ability that aligns with the excitement of your heart. You can do what you wish to do, and you will know what is relevant to you in divine timing. So breathe in and relax. Thank you.